I think we're stuck.
In this video, we look at one of our most challenging builds of all time, the rail car camper. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoy. It's supposed to be a time lapse. I don't think it is though. So we're making some progress on our rail camper. We have the top deck of the frame welded, and now the guys are going to be putting on the OSB flooring. We're trying to make it as light as possible, but hopefully it'll be strong enough to function well. Another thing that we did so that we're as light as possible, we made all of our walls out of metal studs. So these metal studs weigh way less than 2x4s. They're arguably stronger. This is what we're going to be framing the whole trailer out of. Now we also have another problem on this build, and that's time. We have a really strong deadline of this needs to be done in 5 days. What I'm gonna start working on now is the lower frame. We have this upper frame built that I just showed you, and then we're gonna have a lower frame where we're gonna be able to hold our axles, some plumbing, wiring, extra storage, that kind of stuff. Oh no, Blake's stuck. Blake, what happened?
My pants into the frame of the car.
Blake, no!
I'm just gonna work from this position for the rest of the day.
So I'm gonna get started on this. I've got to put some supports in so that that frame can sit on top of it.
Samuel ordered these online. How much were these?
They were like 120 bucks.
Really, that cheap?
Yeah.
These are conical wheels. Right. I don't know what that word means. Ben, what does conical mean?
They're set at an angle so that they hug the tracks.
I still don't know exactly what that means. These are going to be holding 3,000 pounds.
We have the bottom frame now welded together. We're going to add in some cross bracing and then I'm going to do a couple of triangle braces throughout this bottom frame to help transfer the load into the axles as much as possible. What Ben and Blake are doing is they're putting together the roof for the rail camper. So this is where the upper deck is going to be. We're going to have a camper top that sits on here. We'll have a ladder that gets up here, have like a mini deck. We'll also putting some solar panels. So once they get here, we'll be able to design for that as well. I'm about to take this big grinder, and I'm about to cut my notches there. So
All right, Ben, watch and learn. I'm trying to get this screw up here, but I'm on a ladder, on a sawhorse, on a rail camper.
In a rail camper.
I just can't get that fact out of my head, so when I try to do anything else, it just completely fails. And I have carpal tunnel. God, this is like...
new angle. We also need like a magnet tip for that. That would make life so much easier.
I got it, Ben. Ben gave up on me like 20 minutes ago when I was trying to do this. All right.
It's day 2 of our build. So the guys are working on getting all of our extra reinforcement pieces into our frame, because what we don't want to have happen is this frame fall apart as it goes down the track. What I'm also going to be doing today is figuring out how to attach the axles, try to get our motors all hooked up. This whole thing is going to be electric powered. We have a really cool generator. It's a Jackery generator that's going to be powering this entire thing. It'll be nice and quiet while it's going down the track, hopefully. These are the bearings that we got to hold our axles. So we've got 4 of these, and they're gonna go around our track, but they're painted. So I'm going to be taking a grinder to this edge all the way around so that we can not only bolt them into place, but we can also weld them on to our rail once that's done.
The walls are coming along nicely on the rail camper, but we do have a few concerns before we even get there. What concerns do you have about this project?
I feel like there's a whole plethora. I mean, the first being we have to get it on. There's the issues of like, for us to be able to get actual train wheels. Like the safety, I'd say, is like a 32.
And
It
the
could
one
go up
engine,
to like 20 miles an hour.
the one engine says it would power like a 500-pound go-kart, like around 25 miles per hour.
25
We have
miles
2 of them.
Yeah.
per hour. 2 of them.
This should be less than 1,000 pounds.
Wait, so what does that mean?
So if it's
1,000 pounds. We
less,
physically
less
have
than,
to lift.
less than.
I said less than 1,000.
Yeah,
So
that's part of the
if, it
reason
can-
that we're.
if one motor can move 500 pounds, 25 miles per hour, and we have 2 of them.
That's 50 miles per hour.
No, that's not.
I don't think that's how math.
That's 50 miles.
It'll be fast enough. Once you're going downhill though, you'll be able to get a lot more speed.
We're gonna give you a
So
push.
again, that's where the brakes have to be like so good.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think you're doing a great job. I'm ready for it to be finished.
Okay, perfect. Well, we have 3 more days to finish it.
Good. Ben, any final words? So I just finished setting up the wires in here. We're gonna have some electricity going through. We have spots for lights, outlets here for whatever they want to plug in, lava lamps, microwave, the essentials.
Yeah, lava lamps are always my top priority.
Those are the two
Like,
things
clearly
that
lava lamps.
every house needs.
It's true.
That's it. Now we're gonna I'm gonna put some insulation in. We got all this foam that we can put into the walls, make sure it's nice and warm since it is getting colder out. And it is snowing. Yeah. So.
These axle pulls that we got are too big. So I'm having to grind them down and try to get them to the right size because they're really tight in the bearings. And then Ben is dealing with a problem. Ben, why don't you tell us about the problem?
Yes, we ordered these windows and thought they came with plexiglass. They came with aluminum panels in the center. So now we gotta find a way to get the panel out and get a plexiglass panel in.
Yeah.
So,
These are the things that you don't want to deal with when you have an incredibly tight deadline like we do.
No, Reese hasn't been here either all week.
Yeah, Reese has been sick, so we're also down a guy. But Blake's our hero. He's the one that's making actual progress for us. Yeah, anyway. Oh, that's great.
Ben has learned everything he knows from Dr. Crank.
Who's Dr. Crank?
Who's Dr. Crank? Me.
Oh, Dr. Crank.
Beautiful work. Yeah. Gotta try the Blake method.
21 graining. What's the Blake method?
You stick it in like this. It's already gonna go in though. Just punch it in. Oh, wait. Ah, look. I learned a new method. Ow.
The Blake method is improving as we witness.
Pretty good.
The whole house is shaking.
All right, now Ben is going to describe the 10-step process of taking windows apart and putting new windows in.
The 10-step process.
Yep. Start at maybe step 1 or 10. 1.
We already talked about it.
That was step 1. Step 2.
Just cutting out the aluminum panel and then grinding down the border so it's somewhat straight.
Where's Dr. Crank when you need him? What percentage would you say we're done with this thing?
Optimistically, 40%.
I was gonna say like 55.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
Have you seen this? Oh wait, what if Reese doesn't show up tomorrow? Then
Then we're just gonna burn.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
we need Reese back now.
We need Reese back.
He's gone for 30 days. These are cool colored wires.
That's literally half the battle.
Reese is back. He's alive. Praise the Lord. Reese is here.
Day 4.
Yes. It is day 4, and we still don't have a lot of the parts in that we need, and that is a huge problem. I just double checked, and yeah, things aren't here yet. Also, I was looking at our rail car and noticed a problem, and that is that this bar is actually like sagging. So yeah, so it's just slowly adding enough weight to this structure, and then having it suspended by these 2 points is making it so that we're getting some deflection in the middle of our roller cart.
I think it might just be on this for the most part. It might be doing it a little bit here.
That gap.
It's not horrible, but it definitely is on that end.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely.
Well, hopefully no one dies. Reese, what do you think about what we've done so far?
It looks so good.
I probably already said this, but we're hitting one of the major snags of construction, and that's you're ready to do a certain part of the project, but the material hasn't arrived yet. So we're kind of doing whatever we can right now. Reese and Ben are over here contemplating the universe while looking at this window structure that Reese is thinking about building. So Reese just loved the spaceship build that we did so much. He just has never been able to get away from it, and he always wants to repeat it wherever possible. So pretty much that's what he's doing. What are you doing, Blake?
Hooking up the wires for the lights.
Doing a good job. Getting these guys all hooked in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start paneling the inside of this so that we keep moving forward. Ben's gonna be putting in these windows soon. This paneling is a little interesting. It's super thin, but that's for weight.
You're working pretty well.
It does.
Got the outlets on.
So we'll get this on the rest of the way. And then we'll have upper panels and a roof. And then Reese is over there putting together the mega window that's going to go on the front, which will be the crowning achievement of the build.
It's like some random, just a woodworker I knew when I was a kid.
Yes. That CA glue dries in seconds.
The moment of truth to see if all my work is going to pay off. I'm so happy.
So nice. Huh? No. They're just always on.
Do you want to switch? We could install one.
It's day 5, and we don't have our parts. I talked to the guys about it last night. Thankfully, we were able to push the build off a week. Hopefully, we'll get all of these parts in. A little disappointing, but we're doing our best. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut one more piece to fit along this line, but then the floor will be done, and I think it makes it look way nicer. Look at that. Reese, I'm very interested in what you're doing.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm making the little window panels. So this little rabbit groove here is where the glass panel will sit in. And then this guy will fit in somewhere like this.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you made that out of plywood. Why'd you make that out of plywood instead of the 1x material like you did everything else?
Well, because I'm really bad at angles. Angles are really hard.
So you're hand chiseling out these corners so that you're able to get that glass in.
Right, because it's pretty hard to make that curved corner with glass. So.
It's hard, you know?
I like that you lumped yourself into that. You just leave me under the bus.
Oh,
If Reese was a decent woodworker, he could have done that.
I'm nowhere near as good of a woodworker as you are, and Blake's nowhere near as good of a woodworker as I am, so.
And I learned everything I know from Blake.
Yay, Blake, new color.
It's like the most wood color I've ever seen.
I think blue and yellow.
It almost,
Yellow.
it almost matches the pine.
So what you don't want in a contained space like this is to have no ventilation, because then any moisture that's in here that people are exhaling, it's gonna get trapped, it's gonna get moldy, it's not gonna be nice. Granted, the guys are not gonna be in this for very long, so generally it wouldn't matter, but we also want it to look cool, so we got a sweet vent. I think I'm gonna have to use 2 hands. It's through. Now I'm back up to the roof. We are gonna make some good progress today, I believe. Blake's in here, making a new line for our electrical. We decided that we wanted to put about 5 different circuits in this thing. Unfortunately, we should have planned that out a little bit better before we got the foam up, but you know, there's no mistake that you can make that you can't unmake.
But same look. It's all hooked up. And now,
perfect.
got a dimmer.
Nice. That'll be so vibey. I'm gonna finish out the roof. Reese is almost done with this front window, which looks super epic. He's gonna put glass on the whole thing, and then that'll attach to the front. So we'll have a really cool viewing window for the whole train. And we also have, theoretically, all of our parts to attach our brakes, sprockets, and to get our axles done and assembled. So after I get done with the roof, I'm gonna move on to trying to do that and get those things done. So we also wanna do a railing onto the back and weld a ladder that goes up to the top. And we have like an electric hot water heater, electric water pump. So we'll try to get like a functional sink and kitchen. We keep debating whether or not we are going to do a bathroom in here. It's just such a small space, but it'd be really cool to have a bathroom. I don't know, stay tuned for that. over this part or something. Don't listen to what we're saying. Hey there, so we're going to be assembling, hopefully, functional axle today. I've got a bunch of parts here, and unfortunately, like everything else in this build, it seems like most of these things don't really work together, so my chains for my 2 motors are going to connect to these. This is the best piece that I have. I have 2 of these. These are brake discs, so they'll be able to go in. They're already all connected, which is fantastic, so I'll be able to connect this to my axle without a problem. Oh, lots of work.
Hi there. Today on Blake's Shapes, we're making one of Blake's favorite shapes.
Oh, what shape is that?
An L.
The classic L.
This will be the little hand railing on the back side of the train.
I like what you did with just making the cuts where you needed to be able to bend that bar into place. And then this nice little split down here so that you can put that flush.
Thanks. Just like we learned in Blake Shapes.
Blake Shapes.
In
Classic.
elementary.
Classic.
Classic Blake.
Uh-huh. Trying to get action shots, you know.
Yeah, super. A lot of action going on.
Yeah.
Definitely figure this out first.
Yep. It's important to figure things out before you start building them, huh?
Sometimes.
Well, we're almost here. We've made a lot of progress on this thing, but man, it's been a rough build. Just so many problems, so many things that haven't gone right, so many parts that haven't gotten in on time. But we finally got our battery. So this is the battery for the motor. We are supposed to get 2 of them. The other one should get here hopefully on Wednesday, theoretically. And then these will power our motors and we'll hopefully be able to move this behemoth. So it's looking good though. Looks like a train. We're gonna test it. We have our test track set up. We have the guys. We're gonna see if we can make this thing successfully drive on this track. So it's all wired up. The motors are hopefully good to go. The brakes are hopefully good to go. Everything's hopefully good to go. And
Andrew, do you want to try just me, you, Drew, and Isaac first? Okay. Everyone got a bit? No. 3, 2, 1, go! Go! No chance. Dude, this is so heavy. I said, what? Maybe that's where they don't build tracks up for 2x4s. I was gonna say, it should just plane it down. Yep, I did. Get over here, we gotta lift it over here.
This build was so much fun. As you can tell, we had a lot of ambitions and we didn't hit them all, but we did learn a lot and we had a great time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and go watch the full video on JSTU.
I think we're stuck.
Rats!
All right, let's set up camp. Vibes.
Well,